Hi there, today we're going to discuss 1-9 direct variation, extra practice, 17 through 22, page 87 to 88. A cake recipe requires 3/4 cups of flour for 13 servings and 4.5 cups of flour for 18 servings. How much flour is required to make a cake that serves 28? So in order to do this, you want to first find out your direct variation, okay, or the number that you're multiplying the cups by to get the servings. So we can set up our servings over our cups. Okay, so we've got 13 over 3 and 1/4. We've got 18 and 4.5. So whenever you divided these out, that actually was 4 servings per cup. Okay, so that basically meant that we took our number of servings equaled 4 times the number of cups. So now we want to know how much if it serves 28. So 28 equals 4 times C. We don't know what that value is. We can divide by 4 on each side, and we'll get that the number of servings, the number of cups equals 7. Okay, so determine whether each linear relationship is a direct variation. If so, state the constant of variation. All right, again, you're multiplying the same number times the x to get the y. So we want to do change of y over change of x. So 5 over 11, 7 over 13, 9 over 15, 11 over 19. So 5 divided by 11 gave us 0. Let me do that in a different color, 0.45 repeating. And then 7 divided by 13 gave us 0. I'm going to round a little bit, 0.54. So automatically you saw that these two were not equal, so there is no direct variation. Okay, here's our next one. Again, we want to set up our change in y over our change in x. So 4 over 20. 5 over 25, 6 over 30, and then 7 over 35. Those all actually equaled 0.2, so that was our direct variation, also known as K. Alrighty, so here's number 20. Robert is in charge of community swimming pool. Each spring he drains it in order to clean it. Then he refills the pool, which holds 120,000 gallons of water. Robert fills a pool at a rate of 10 gallons each minute. So that means 10 times the number of minutes, and that equals how many gallons um, is set up. So I can actually put G equals 10 um, M. That sounds good, right? Okay, so what's the rate? Well, they just told you 10 gallons per minute. Is it proportional? Is it constant? Yes, because it doesn't change. So we graphed it. So 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20, 3 times 10 is 30, and so forth. And then write an equation. Oh, we just did, except they use y equals 10x, which is fine because our water is our y and our time is our x. So y equals 10x. All right. Here's our next example. Determine if each equation represents a direct variation. Select yes or no. Remember, our direct variation comes in the form y equals kx, where k is the number that's being multiplied. So here, we have this extra plus 1, so that wouldn't count as our equation. That's why it's no. Here, just a number multiplied by the x. Yep. 1 over 15. Yes, this one is actually 6 divided by x. We don't do division here of x, so that answer is no. And here's our last example. Please place a check mark in the column below to the correct direct variation equation if possible. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. Your choices are multiply it by 18, multiply it by 15, or it's just not a direct variation, so that's pretty cool. So we have here, remember we set up our our y over our x. So this one actually is 2 over 20, and then 4 over 30, and 6 over 40, and then 8 over 50. And these actually don't equal. 15 or 18. So that's why it's not a direct variation. Here's the second one. Um, you have to see if you're multiplying by 15 or multiplying by 18. So 2 times 30 is 15, absolutely. 6 times 9 is 15. 7 times 15 is 105. And then 11 times 50 is 165. So that's there. And then check if your x was multiplied by either 18, 15, or not at all. So this one is actually multiplied by 18. 5 times 18 is 90. 7 times 18 is 126. 9 times 18 is 162. So that's why that's that answer. And then here, this one's very interesting. At first you'd be like, oh yeah, 1 times 15 is 15, so let me choose this one. You have to check all of them. So 4 times, it's actually 7.5 is this one, so that's not it either. So that's why that's not a direct variation. You can do the same thing for the rest of them if you want. This one was times 6.43-ish. And then this one is times 6. So these actually aren't proportional at all because we didn't multiply times the same number. Okay, hope that video is helpful. Thank you. Bye.